okay, I got a perfect plan. There's nothing that can go wrong here. And then, oh my gosh. So then maybe I should have read the entire book before I finalized my design. Okay, this is how we learn. Nothing's supposed to be easy. Okay, guys. Well, tragic realization today. I was looking through the sauna build book from Glenn over at Sauna Times, and he talks about weight distribution in your mobile sauna trailer, and that you don't want to have too much weight up on the tongue. A lot of people are tempted to put the sauna stove right up in the V of the tongue, and then you overweight the tongue. Well, you can't have the sauna stove in the rear, or you underweight the tongue, which is even worse. Now, it's a safety concern. You don't want your trailer to be fishtailing. I mean, we've all been behind people, and maybe we've been there ourselves. We're driving down the road with a trailer, and it starts to fishtail. Well, a lot of that can have to do with weight distribution. So I'm, learning up the school of YouTube on weight distribution, and I'm having to make a few changes to the design. So, and which is kind of frustrating, right? We got the window, I got the idea for the benches and where we're gonna be able to see the flames and everything, and like it's all about the vibe inside the sauna. So I have to make a few compromises. The stove that I ordered is the Kuma low profile, so I wanted the lower rocks, more rock weight, but I already have the classic in my log cabin, so the low profile is on its way. I'm gonna swap it out because this will drop about 100 pounds of weight. The classic doesn't, I think it's a little bit of a bigger stove, but it doesn't hold quite as many rocks. And then I think the log cabin will benefit from a little bit more mass. So this is an okay compromise there. And then when I put it in, I had already developed a template, right? So on the floor here, you can probably not see it very well, but I have a template and where the chimney's gonna go. And I've already roughed in the top. I didn't cut the hole yet, so I could change it, but that's all roughed in. I think I can push it forward a little bit. And then the other thing is I wanna carry a lot of firewood in this thing. So about 1/4 of a cord at the most, and that can weigh 750 pounds. That's gonna be behind the axle. So we gotta think about the balance of those things. So I just need to lighten up the stove, and I think I need to push it farther towards the axle and get a little bit of weight off of that tongue so it's a little bit more balanced. And I think the construction that I'm doing in front of the axle, I'll use 2x2s, really lightweight structure. Anything behind the axle, I'll use 2x4s. I'll fortify a little bit, heavier duty material. And then on net, I just wanna make sure that I can shoot for that balance where 60% of the weight is in front of the axle, 40% is behind the axle, and so it just tows really nice. I think the rule of thumb is that you want 10 to 15% of your total trailer weight on the tongue. So if you have a 3,000 pound trailer, which I think is what this is gonna be, the most weight I want on that tongue is, oh, can I do math? 300 to 450 pounds, something like that. But yeah, I can't have that stove tucked, a 650 pound stove tucked all the way in the front. And I've watched dozens of these sauna build videos, dozens of them, and I don't remember anybody covering that. But anyway, it's in this book, and it's a fatal error, something you really got to watch out for. So if you're building your own, here's your warning. Don't get too committed until you figure out exactly what your weight balance is going to be. So, all right, this is how we learn.